Hello guys, and welcome to this draft recap video for the PGBL Season 4, which will 100% definitely be the last draft league of Gen 7, because this is not done before Gen releases, but I hope you all still stick around. It should end like mid-December, the final. So, and of course, we are getting to the final, that's the goal. This time we're going to win, okay? Also, I feel very weird when I bought like a candling, so I'm using my DSLR, but it's a bit, like, if I move, I don't know why it does this. Like, it's a bit weird, and like my hair has like a green hue, and I definitely need to fine tune this, but I want to use it because now I spent so much money and so much heartache on this that now I want to do it. Also, I apologize for the sound quality of the last APA video and the PGBL Week 1 video that's going out tomorrow, because I'm a fool. I think that's the nicest way to put it. I usually record from a MacBook, but that got a virus, so I had to reboot it, and that meant that it got the very newest update. And apparently, I can't capture the game on that update, so I had to go over and use my good old Lenovo computer. And for some reason, I don't know, like, this whole switching hasn't been kind to me, but I forgot to put my microphone over to my actual microphone. So it used the default microphone in the computer, and the sound is horrible, but now it should be fixed. So hopefully. But yeah, that's it. We should go over the team. Like, as I said, it's PGBL Season 4. It's been like over a year since Season 3. And I'll admit, like, this league is it's special to me, because PGBL Season 3 was the very first draft league I was ever in. And, you know, I drafted alone, obviously, like, I was completely solo in that. And I got a team that I really liked. Like, the only team that this far has, like, really competed with me for liking it is the UBL Season 2 team. And, you know, yeah, it makes it special. So, hopefully, you know, we can also get a super good season this time. But we should go with what I'm picking. You know, you can see how many picks we have, the tiers, everything. I end up getting the first pick overall, and you might think like, oh, that's good, you can use whatever thing you wanted, like, you can get it. But the thing is that I have like 25 things that I really want to use, and about 22 of those are lower tiers, so obviously I can't really pick that first round. And it gave me a bit of a headache deciding, but I used my, obviously, like, first of all, there are a lot of good things, and we can all admit that we have some of the best Pokemon available. And, you know, there is this one Pokemon that is always basically taking round 1. First overall, I never seen it go later than, like, 2nd or 3rd. So, that was there, I haven't used it. I tossed a coin, the coin said that, "Bet you dumb if you don't take it." So I listened to the coin and I took Tapu Koko. Obviously, like, I used it in VGC, and yes, it's very good. Like, let's face it, it is very good. It gives elite speed tier from the get-go. We have a nice both special and physical attack stat, and I am so annoyed by the greenness of my fingers. I will try not to move too much. But yeah, we get like super strong electric stat. We can U-turn and Volt Switch out. We can defog. We can Nature Madness. Like, the fat things that want to come in, we can Nature Madness them. Do a huge chunk to them. We can roost, and we can be annoying, and I hit my plant, and I'm so sorry, darling. I'm so sorry, can you please forgive me? Yeah, Tapu Koko. I'm excited to use it. I want to see if it is as good as they say it is. Like, that there are people that says that, like, this is the best Pokemon Draft League. And let's just say that for me, it has to do quite well to put Celesteela off that spot. So, but we got it. And then we got to the second round. And obviously, there's a lot of picks. Actually, how many coaches have we? I think we're only 12. Like 12 or 14. It's not a heck of a lot of coaches. So, quite a few picks, but not enough that all the good things are gone. And there was this Pokemon in the EWT that I really wanted to take. Or, like, I really want to try it. And it got sniped, like, right before me. So, now I had to snag it up, because we don't know if it's in Sword and Shield yet, and I wanted to use it. So I drafted Excadrill as another tier 1 free pick. So we're beginning to say that, hey, Sand could be pretty interesting on this team. And Excadrill, like, it's cute. And the good thing is, like, you are both Earthquake and Drill 1, so even if you're up against, like, Tabulu that kind of, you know, grassy terrains, then you just have Drill 1 instead, and it doesn't really matter, and it's fine. And it can even function outside of stand, and, like, it doesn't have the best defenses, but its HP, super good. It has super good attack, we know that. Sword stands, stand, force, stand, rush, mold breaker, like, it can do so many things, and it gets good coverage. It doesn't get, like, mind-blowing coverage, but it gets pretty good coverage, and that should be pretty nice for the team, I'd say. Then we go to the third round. Obviously, these two picks are back to back. And what's this? We have Excadrill. We're going to use Sand, and no matter what I pick, it will always share weaknesses with Excadrill. But there is this Pokemon here which was in tier 2, and I think that's, you know, that's pretty decent for this Pokemon. So we got Hippowdon, who is obviously, like, super physically fat and super HP fat, so he can even be, like, decently specially fat, which is also pretty good. And, you know, having Slag off, I think that will definitely put it over Donphan for me. I'll admit, I've used Donphan. I'm very bad at using Donphan. Hopefully that's not the case for Hippowdon. I think Hippowdon's it's more me. Like, I'm a bit of a hippo myself more than an elephant. So I think, like, that's, we have a better bond, I think, like, right from the get-go. And we get the Sand, and it's for a good price. Obviously, like, had this been tier 1, we would have gotten Gigalith instead or something, I don't know. But even then, like, now we only share a water weakness. We also have 2 ground weaknesses, that's not so great. But we have a lot of picks to go further on. And also, then we get to, like, pick 4, and this is the last league I will play in Gen 7, like, ever. And, you know, I obviously have some Pokemon that I really like, that I've used, that I really love. And one of those is a certain Mega that I used back in the UBL Season 2 that became very dear to my heart, and that is Mega Pidgeot, who, on a Sand team, is pretty darn great, because, you know, no god, I can actually land Hurricanes, which is, like, one of the reasons why, like, Tornadus on the Sand, I was kind of like, no. But Pidgeot, no god, we are always landing Hurricanes even in Sand, that's great. And it's just, you know, it's Pidgeot, man. It's the best Mega in the game. Don't argue with me, it's the best. And, you know, we get Heat Wave or Hidden Powers. I actually ran Omnius Wind once, I think. That was pretty great. Too bad I both played myself and got hexed in that game, so it didn't really get to fruition. But it's there, and, you know, Switch Initiative. Calm Pidgeot lifts +2 Flash Cannon from Celesteela. So that's pretty useful too. So if you, for some reason, boost a weakness policy, then you are sort of kind of not that screwed either. So that's pretty nice. Also, it's flimmering a bit at that end. That's a bit annoying. Can I fix that? Are we doing live editing? We're doing live editing. I will see if I can fix that. It is a bit annoying. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, now I'm flickering. I don't think we can't hit the point of perfection. That's sort of kind of okay, I guess. Why is this so hard? It's so expensive and it's so hard. But yes, we got Mega Pidgeot. And in the same turn, you know, I had the next pick, and this pick is actually super cheap in this league. And it's a Pokemon that I like. It just having it on my squad, just like, it raises my win rate of like 80%, or at least like it boosts my confidence or whatever. So I picked Silvally. This time I've been sniped from it so many times lately. Like, I wanted this thing and I've just been sniped. Like round like 3 and 4. So now I took it before we even got into round 5. I was not taking any chances. I wanted Silvally. We got Silvally, finally. Because Silvally it's just, it can do everything, basically. I mean, it can't do everything. But like, if you have this one Pokemon that you're really struggling with, then there's a good chance that Silvally can help you out. And we get like Thunder Wave, so we can slow things down, we can just panic shit out, we can use it out, we can also Toxic, we can set up Soul Stances, we can Flame Charge, and we can have special moves because we get super good coverage for some reason on special moves. Or just like whatever, like it can do so many things and fit so many roles on the team. And it is another defucker, like look at the team, we have 3 defuckers and we have a Rapid Spinner. We might only have 2 Rockers, and one of them is not running rocks that often, definitely. What's Excadrill end up running it more than Hippowdon? I don't know, hopefully not, that would not be the goal, but like, it's pretty decent, I'd say. Yes, so, we come back. I have a tendency of being very bad at drafting ground and poison types, but there's one ground, not ground poison type, ground dark type. There's one that I really like and that I've used before, and that is Alola Muk. It didn't show up. Now it showed up. It's so good. Like, it's so good, and it's in tier 3. Like, it's super cheap. I loved and hated the tiers in this league because there's so many good picks. Like, there are so many value picks, except in tier 5. There's also a couple in tier 5, I'll admit, and there was one of them I was quite sad not to get. I will already say Slurpuff was for some reason in tier 5. And Piloswine was also in tier 5, but I have 2 ground types, so I couldn't really take that. Though Slurpuff was in tier 5, and I didn't notice until it was taken, and then there was nothing in tier 5 basically after that. But we got Muk. But then, we have Pidgeot. It helps us with the grass types that, both Coco and Excadrill and Hippowdon all struggle with. I mean, Muk kind of does too, but there's also this, I like ice types. And, a dragon type could also be nice, even though we don't have any fairy. Yeah, we have a steel type, actually. We actually have a fairy type. We have a fairy steel dragon core now, because I picked Kyurem. It was also in tier 3, which I think is pretty common, so that we can't really complain about that. But, decent speed tier. 2 very good stats, obviously. Super high special attack. Can basically just mollywop some things, gets a bit of coverage, like, not the craziest in the world, but some pretty decent coverage. And, can roost and sub and toxic and just be obnoxious too, if that's the route we want to go. Hopefully not too much, honestly. I don't want to do that. But it can do it. It can do it, definitely. But I was still a bit, like, we have some, actually one type that we really struggle with is ice. I will say we are struggling with ice type. Because we have 2 weaknesses, and we have no resistances to ice at all. And we also have 3 ground weaknesses, and we have 1 immunity, and that's also sort of kind of it. And there was this Pokemon that was still left here, and I used it actually in PGBL Season 3 for the first time. It's actually the only time I've used it. And Mr. Willow, which gave me a super hard time against Musifair Nade, but it's Rotom Heat. And it fixes perfectly the ground ice weakness that I have. Like, it's just a solution, and it's a fire type. It's also another electric type that doesn't really benefit from the electric terrain, but it doesn't really need to, and it gives me some Will-O-Wisp action, it gives me some pain split, it gives me another defog, because you cannot have too much defog, especially not when you have 3 weaknesses to rocks, so that's actually not that bad. Pain split, Thunder Wave, obnoxious, what's it called, discharge. I don't know if I don't know if that was a word that I wanted, but it's a word that came to my brain. But yeah, we got Rotom Heat. And then I was kind of torn because I was looking at grass types, because obviously, like, a grass type is pretty good on this team, right? We have no water yet, but we have a fire type, so, fire, water, grass core could be pretty nice to get a decent one of those, and there was a lot of water types still left. And I was looking at grass types, and I was looking at, like, Celebi first, and then, like, Shaman also, but those 2 got picked, like, almost back to back, like, right before my pick, and that was a bit of a bummer. And I also noticed something about my team that you might also notice, that I have this big speed gap between Kyurem and Mega Pidgeot. And I kind of want to fix that, and there was basically only 1 grass type that fixed that, which also conveniently was another typing that I didn't have. There was a lot of people that were yelling at me to pick a horse, and Virizion, you are my horse. I will ride you to battle, and I will be proud. And hopefully we can destroy some souls on the way. It fixes the speed tier, kind of. Like, at least it's, like, in the middle, so it kind of, it does something. So, like, 110, 115, you cannot be timid, or, you have to be timid or jolly instead of modest or adamant or whatever. And, fighting type, quite nice. We can core mine, we can source dance, and we can just be a horse. Yeah. Ardino. Why did I say Ardino? Virizion, you will be my horse, and the reason why I said Ardino is because, I have the last back-to-back pick, and I didn't like anything in tier 5, because I was like, I was actually looking at, because, I only have 2 rockers, as you still see, and I was thinking, like, Weezing could actually be pretty nice on this team. It's another ground immunity, it is like Mug is immune to Weezing's weakness, so it doesn't really matter that they're both poison types, and it will give me the toxic spikes. But then, you know, I actually looked, and Weezing was tier 4, so I ended up in this position where there was not really anything nice in tier 5. But there was Audino, which, you know, it gives me wish support, and it gives me heal bell, which is kind of nice. Because the thing that I was looking for, basically I took Audino as the second last pick because I did not want it to be the last thing we talk about, because Audino is not that exciting. But the thing is, there was 2 water types I was looking at, and they were both pretty much guaranteed not to be picked. And that was Vaporeon for one, who I'm using in the EWT, which I really do like, but because I've already used it and we know it isn't Sword and Shield, if you didn't follow that, then I'm sorry that I spoiled it, but Eevee is in it. So, you know, I can always try it again. And there was this other Pokemon that I haven't used, and we currently don't know if it's in the game, and that's Slowking. And obviously playing together with Adina, suddenly we have a nice little Regenerator core there, and we get a Psychic type that can also be pretty annoying. And it can be pretty fat, and it can hit hard, and you know, it's just... I think it'll be interesting. Like, I found that after using Tornadus, I do like having a Pokemon with Regenerator. It's quite nice to have that. You can always just switch it out, and then it's more healthy, and it can help. It helps some sticky situations, and it's not a bird, so I'm not going to brain fart all the time, hopefully. So that ended up being the squad. For sea captains, we have sea captains in this, and we were allowed to take 2, and they could be from any tier that we wanted. And take a guess before I say which ones I took. Obviously, I took Coco and Excadrill. Like, the only other one I would ever consider was actually Reversion. So, you know, it is what it is. So that's the team. I think it has its weaknesses, of course. Like, the fact that my, you know, hazard game is not that strong. But I think Hippowdon is some that is a Pokemon that could be pretty reliable still setting it. And Excadrill can also be in certain matchups. So I don't think that's the worst thing, because I still have, like... I might not be the best at setting hazards up, but I have a lot of tools to remove them. So... I think that's quite okay. And I don't know, like, I do like this team. I think it's one of the teams, like, lately that I've used that, you know, I feel the most, like, comfortable looking at. It looks like a fun team, so hopefully we can get a pretty good season. I will always say, the week 2 bells were actually supposed to go out Saturday, last week, and this is going out on a freaking Monday. Week number 1 battle is out tomorrow. I got pretty delayed, which, you know, the commissioner knew, because, you know, it started out a week too early, and that just completely ruined my schedule, and I don't even know why I'm in a 3rd league. I don't even have time to be in 2, but I took a 3rd. But we're going to win this, so that's what it is. That's the goal. That is the goal. That could be fun, actually. Wouldn't that be a great way to end our Gen 7? I don't know. It would be fun. But hopefully we'll get a good season, and, you know, take your guess at how we'll do this season, because I have a good feeling. It looks decent. It looks decent. Like that. Also, I need to get this fixed, because actually, like, this has been so weird, because the cam link is actually delayed. So I'm saying things before I say them in there, but I should have delayed the audio. If it's not delayed, I will feel so sad. But hopefully it works. I'm hopeful. I'm crossing everything that can be crossed, both fingers and legs. Do I have anything else I can cross? I can cross my hand in front of my face. Whoa, crossed. Cool. So that's it for this video. I will stop my rambling, and with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, keep cool. Bye.